That kind of works. All right, peace and love, Capricorn. Top of the morning, everybody under the sound of my voice. I got my breakfast. It's a little expensive eating like this every day, but eventually I'll be cooking like my own food again. Y'all know I like to eat in front of everybody. So I got my green smoothie. I got my little 0 sugar Snapple. Like to hit it with a little juice in the morning. Of course, you're supposed to drink a gallon of water every day. And I got my sausage, egg, and cheese vegan croissant. So I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna get into a reading. This motherfucking heat ain't playing, y'all. They not playing with this heat. I ain't gonna complain, cause it could be cold, but goddamn. Yo, they never mess with my damn with my smoothie. They never mess with it. Get my tea together, my ice. What's that on my cup? What is that on my ice? What am I playing? So now it wasn't in my ice. Gotta be careful with ice. Make sure that was in my ice, Pour my little tea. Normally, I drink my Gold Peak tea, but I didn't get to the store yet. Probably about to hit the gym, and after I eat, I'm gonna hit the gym. Peace and love, Logan Mendez. Peace and love. Top of the morning. I woke up early like I had to go to work this morning. It's my day off and shit, you know what I mean? I always say on my days off, I'm gonna sleep like the whole day in, but Capricorns, we be getting up like we got shit we gotta do. Miles, what is that? Miles here, I just hoping everyone, you have an amazing day and be safe, space, and joy. I appreciate that. Same to you. Scooter on my balls early in the morning. Scooter, did you wake up to be on my balls? Bobby Burnett, peace and love. What's with the people that it's too early in the morning to wake up putting negative comments on my shit like that? You probably need to talk to a psychiatrist, right? Peace and love to everybody. Peace and love to all the lovers out there. But for the niggas that be waking up, leaving negative comments and saying little funny shit, I'm like, nigga, it ain't even 8 o'clock. It just turned 8 o'clock. You really need to go to therapy or something. I still got my pajama top on, nigga. What are we doing? But peace and love, though. Mr. Golfkey, peace and love. Is niggas waking up to insult me? Somebody said, I just woke up. Brick this. You woke. Why would you tell another man that you woke up hard? Like, what's wrong with you niggas? What type of channel y'all niggas think this is? Like, I don't really know what to say about you niggas, but we definitely about to see what's going on with Capricorn. Somebody, I appreciate them donations sending. Somebody said I can't help it. It's normal. Normal. The one and only said, how am I eating? The one and only Nicole. I know a couple Nicoles. You said, how am I eating without a snack? I don't know. Maybe because I got a job that pay me real well. So I'm guessing you can't eat. I'm guessing you can't eat because you don't got snack. Sorry to hear that. But shout out to, I don't want to be giving attention to negative people when I got so many beautiful people in the chat. I see them donations going up. I appreciate it. We ain't even getting to the reading yet, y'all. But LSD Dream said, I hope your dad's been good. Ikemon said, I like and subscribe. I appreciate it. Nathan said, I'm chilling, homie. I got a wild piece. Definitely. Michelle said, I was just about to say ignore the negativity. Yeah, I mean, I definitely ignore the negativity, but the reason why I speak to it, because Capricorns, like, we're good. If you don't know, like, Capricorn is one of the best signs when it comes, like, to adversity. Because we really mental with it. Like, we think shit out. And a lot of us, we good on the comebacks. Like, you say some shit to a Capricorn, we real witty. We gon', you know, and I always use the negativity to turn it into a positive, you know? So think about this, Capricorn. This is a collective reading, right? So, if it just turned 8 o'clock in the morning, right? If it just turned 8 o'clock in the morning, and a lot of people jumped on, right? If it just turned 8 o'clock in the morning, and it's a lot of people that love what I do, that jumped on, which I love y'all back. But then on the flip side, you know, you got a lot of haters that jumped on early in the morning, right? This is just what we deal with in life. You know, we deal with darkness and in light, right? If y'all don't know, the devil was permitted by the heavens to be the temptation, to test how strong we are in the Most High God. God allowed the devil to come and tempt us, right? God allowed the devil for a lot amount of time to tempt us. So life is about dark and light, but can you turn dark into light? So when I come on here at 8 o'clock in the morning and there's people hating, leaving negative comments, that just tell me, Capricorn, we doing something right. Because this is a collective reading. It's a lot of people that love us, but it's a lot of people that hate us. But the people that hate us, it ain't because we did something to them. It's because we doing something right, or we possess qualities that they wish that they could have. So I always turn a negative into a positive. I don't take shit personal. Because even the people with the negative comments, the algorithm can't tell if somebody's saying something negative or positive. Because at the end of the month, when I get like my analytics, it's going to show you had 1,000 likes. You had 20,000 views. You're not going to be looking at, oh, this person was a negative person. And that's going to go into my bank account. You know? So, and just know, the devil, you know, is here to tempt us. The devil is here to prove whether we loyal to the Most High God or not. If you ain't loyal to the Most High God, you know, they'll flash some shit in front of your face. They'll flash a beautiful woman in front of your face or a beautiful man. They'll flash some money in front of your face. It's up to you what you gonna do, because the spirit guys, God is up there watching like, everything is a test, you know? So that's a side note, you know what I mean? Haters are low vibration, right? But haters not, somebody that's low vibration not going to be attracted to somebody that's low vibration. They going to want to hop on somebody that's high vibration, because somebody that's high vibration is into the light. Somebody that's in a low vibration is in the darkness. You know, it's almost like flies, like trying to latch on to you, you know? So I respond to negative comments too. Somebody said, am I in jail? Wait a minute, because my sandwich is so delicious. When have you seen a nigga in jail drink a smoothie and eat good like this? Now the question is, are you in jail? King Larry, peace and love. The question is, are you in jail? Because you got to understand, unfortunately we got to teach sometime, right? You got to understand, when you're a light worker, when you're a divine being, we are mirrors to other people, right? When you walk around in God's energy, a lot of us are mirrors to other people. So, you know, for somebody to say, am I in jail? So my question is, why, when you look at me, you think of jail? Are you in jail? I guess the question is, are you in jail because you're projecting? That's what bullies do. Bullies in school, bullies period. They project. Oh, Stephanie Carver in the house. Peace and love. They project. That's what bullies do. Bullies, that's why you fat. That's why you black. That's why you poor, like in school. Because that's how they feel. Most of the bullies in school had a miserable life when they went home. They probably was getting abused by their parents. They probably had mad fuck. Probably they was getting abused. People was talking to them like that. Bullies bully other people. You know? So, excuse me, because my sandwich is so delicious. So for somebody to ask me if I'm in jail, my question is, are you in jail? And jail don't gotta be physical. You could be in spiritual jail. You could be in mental jail. So are you in jail? Because honestly, right, I look over my life, right? Sometimes Capricorn, you know, I look over my life, right? So I was talking to one of my BCBAs, you know, I'm a therapist, and a BCBA is over me, right? So that's what I report to, is a BCBA, if anybody understand the ABA field, right? And I was explaining, right? So if y'all don't know, I was a heroin addicted baby, right? And I was born in a snowstorm, right? I was born January 7th in a snowstorm to two heroin addicted parents, right? And you gotta remember, when I say that I was born to two heroin addicted parents, my parents didn't start off being heroin addicted. Because my father was an engineer, right? So my parents didn't start off being heroin addicted. If I was born in 84, I was born in 1984. So that means I was born during the heroin epidemic and the crack epidemic, right? I don't want to talk with my food in my mouth, so give me 1 minute. And mistake, I won't want to pronounce, you said my parents were addicts also. Thank you for sharing. You gotta understand, if you was born in a certain era, it's a big chance that you was born on drugs, you know? So if you like 40, 41, in your early 40s or your late 30s, it's a big chance that you was born on drugs. Why? Because that's what was pushed on to the people, right? And I know my mother came from a great family, right? So for her to fall into drugs, she just was a victim of them times, you know? So, unfortunately, my mother died when I was 6. I don't know if she overdosed. I don't know what happened to her. She was good in the hospital one day, and the next day she was dead. So that's always a mystery how my mother died, right? So, me and my sisters got adopted when we was young, like 2 or 3 years old, right? Though I had a father in my life, I was adopted by family members, right? So they put me on Ritalin. They put me on Ritalin, and I used to get in trouble in the school a lot, right? But also, you know, me knowing myself now, I'm a life path number 3. A lot of people don't understand life path number 3s. Peace and love to everybody on the side of my voice, right? So we already, if you're a life path number 3, you probably had a rough childhood and people didn't understand you. Because we already born to be different when you're a life path number 3, you know? Inmate said I was on Ritalin and raised by my grandparents. See, we got similar stories, right? So my first aunt that adopted me, she had a stroke in front of us, right? And you, King Larry, you're life path number 3. Damn, King Larry, you born January 7th, and you're life path number 3. Goddamn, we got a lot in common, King Larry. So I know we definitely vibe with each other, right? Right, definitely, right? So you know what I'm talking about, King Larry, right? And I do mean King Larry. Salute, King, right? So my first adoptive aunt died, right? That's when I had to move to the hood. I was like 7 years old, and we moved to maybe I was like 8 or 9, and we moved to the hood, like the hood, like stolen cars, gangs. We was like, what the fuck did we just move into, right? And my aunt was into the church heavy. She actually was like, she abused me, but I try to say like the good stuff about her, because without her, I probably wouldn't be who I am. It's weird because, you know, people ain't perfect, and she did a lot of fucked up shit, but the best thing she ever did was to take me to church. She kind of introduced me to God and my spiritual side, right? And it's fucked up how somebody could be fucked up and good in the same point, right? But she kept me in church, right? And I understand now why she kept me in church, because everybody was going to jail and joining gangs and was in the middle of the hood, right? So when I got with her, she threw my medicine out the window. She said, fuck that shit, and took me to church, right? So I went for a little boy that they put on Ritalin to a little boy that didn't take no medicine. And somehow, I got A's and B's in school. I didn't get in trouble as much in school, and I graduated. And all she did was take me to church. She refused to give me medicine, and I'm like, damn, so how the fuck I got ADHD, right? How the fuck I got ADHD, and I didn't have no medicine, and I survived, like, all them years, you know? I survived all them years without medicine, because I got friends and people I grew up with, they kept on medicine, and they wound up turning into drug addicts. Some people developed breast and health problems because Ritalin did have an effect on us, right? So to make a long story short, so now I won't get into details, Maybe I shouldn't talk about this right now, about where I was going, right? Um, the point I'm making is, God got a plan for you, and you was already thought of in the universe before you got down here. No matter which way you came down here, right? No matter which way you came on this planet, they already created you as a soul before you got down here. Before you signed a contract with God before you got down here. So no matter where you come from, or how you got down here, or what your parents did, don't let that make or break you, because you're your own individual. So me seeing my parents use drugs made me never use a drug past weed. So you can learn, you know. For me to be more heroin addicted, I'd be crazy to come down here and get addicted to drugs, right? Not if I seen tons of family members die in the 80s and the 90s from drugs and AIDS and shit like that, right? So, no matter what your story is or how your book started, your story don't have to end like that, you know? Your story don't have to end like that, and I did. So for me to come from where I came from, I've been on TV, I had record deals, I've been on tours, you know, I graduated school, I work with kids now. And pretty much what I'm saying is, when I look over my life, and I think about all the things I've been through, all the betrayals, I don't fuck with my family. A lot of y'all don't fuck with y'all family, because your family betrayed you. Out of all the things I've been through in life, I still live a good life. I still realize that I'm blessed. You know, I look at my life, I'm like, yo, it's not too many people that could do what I could do. You know, I've been working in the same field for 20 years working with kids. I pride myself on that. I was a kid, right, that needed some guidance, and that they put on Ritalin and said this is wrong with him and this is wrong with him. Now I'm 41 years old, and I can say that ever since I was 21 years old, I've been working with kids that grew up like me. I work with kids with autism, behavior disorders, you know? So I always let the parents know, you know, I don't really tell them my story all the way like that, but you never know who you working with. You know how many kids I worked with when they was kids and they came up and thanked me when they was adults and they had a job? You know, like, yo, thank you for talking to me, thank you for being there. And I'm looking at it like, damn, I'm an old ass nigga now. But, you know, I help kids get to where they need to be. You never know who you helping out there. You never know who you working with. You know? You never know who you helping. You never know, I never know what student I'm working with. You never know who they gonna grow. They could be the goddamn next president. You know? Hopefully that little piece of what I just was saying right there, King Larry said, that's how I am too, OG. My pops was on coke, and I like and no white powder around me, so I get it, right? And so one thing I realized though, back in my wild days, I used to drink, I used to smoke weed, right? But I realized that when I drank alcohol, it'd take me to other places, you know? It'd take me to other places. I'd get in a fight with the police and shit. Like, it don't be some normal shit. I would black out when I was drunk. Niggas that had me on video, like, yo, one day I was at a casino, and I had the time of my life at a motherfucking casino, and I literally used to, like, walk around and not knowing what I was doing. And niggas would show me, like, yo, this the video of you last night. I'm like, damn. So, you know, first of all, when you're a light worker, when you're a divine being, you're an earth angel, that's how you allow the demons to play with you. When you're a light worker, when you're an earth angel, you're a divine being, you're supposed to eat a certain way. You're supposed to live a certain way. I had to learn that on my own. And then on top of that, you know, I was dealing with like diabetes and ADHD. So a nigga that's drunk, you know, your blood sugar go all out of the place. And then you ain't really supposed to drink when you got ADHD anyway. You know what I mean? So I see where God has been with me when I wasn't with myself. It's many situations where I should have been dead or gone. But God brought me through. I've been on my deathbed before, but God brought me through. So, hopefully, me telling this story, the main message, what I'm saying is that no matter how your story begin, it don't have to end that way, you know? And let's get into a reading. Matter of fact, I want to eat my other sandwich, but I just had to share that, you know? King Larry said, yes, you're not lying. I had ADHD. Somehow I think I still do, but it don't affect me like before. And don't forget that you're an earth angel, King Larry. That's even more different. See, don't forget that you're an earth angel, you know? Yeah. But we're going to pull out some cards in a minute. I do like to eat in front of everybody. I do like to eat in front of everybody. MultiMahdi, why you like to eat in front of everybody? They say you can stop eating that bullshit that you eating. You know? They say you start taking heed of what you putting in your body. You know? So this is my next well, that's my sausage, egg and cheese. All vegan, by the way. I do think some of these niggas was in special classes though. The ones that keep typing in shit about smoke detectors. Like, it's you up early in the morning, keep talking about a smoke detector, trying to throw the message off. Ain't nothing that you doing stopping nothing over here. What you is showing is that you a coward. What you is showing that you're obsessed with niggas. You know? But you is showing that you're a comic, you know? You know? But hold on. So, let's pull out some cards, y'all. I don't want to hold y'all too long. All praise to the both side God, spirit God, ends of the right life. People wonder, I live in New York, you know? So, Damage Inc. said, it's fake noise, y'all. So, you said, it's fake noise, y'all. So what you're doing is, you jealous because I got an audience. Damage, whatever your name is, you jealous because I got an audience. For you to say y'all, you're like trying to talk to the audience, but don't nobody know you. Don't nobody watch you. You know, you on the fake channel. It gotta suck to be you. It really, I know it sucked to be you. And you said if these cards are from the devil, right? So if these cards are from the devil, why the fuck are you watching me? Please answer me that. If these cards is from the devil and whatever I'm saying ain't real, why the fuck are you watching me? You gonna have to ask yourself that. And for the next motherfucker that keep asking if I got a relationship with Jesus, do you have a relationship with Jesus? Do you know Jesus? Do you know the story of Jesus? Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, Collab Barber. Since you want to preach to me about Jesus, I guess you assume maybe you didn't hear that I said, like, I grew up in the church. I grew up with a minister and that who adopted me, right? So, what color was Jesus? I just want to ask you a question. Collab Barber, since you talking about Jesus, and you might try to be doing something righteous, but all you hear me do is talk about God on my channel. So, what color was Jesus? I want you to teach me, because what color was Jesus? And there goes somebody right there saying, does it matter? Yes, it matters. Yes, it matters. Right? So, what color was Jesus? And I'm talking to Collab. Jesus was Arabic, making him a dark-skinned man. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Arabic, huh? I don't like the fact that you put Arabic. What's Arabic? Was Jesus black or white? That was my question. Jesus was black. Thank you, King Larry. So if you can't talk to me about black Jesus, mix me with your Bible quotes, mix me with anything you're trying to teach. If you don't know what color Jesus was, right, and you say that you read the Bible, right, mix me with anything, because it tell you what Jesus looked like in the Bible. Skin and bronze that was burnt, skin and bronze, hair wool, right, that was like burnt in a furnace, right? He was dark like an Indian kind of, see? Y'all still telling on yourself, because an Indian is black. The Native Americans are black people. That's what they're not telling you. So everybody that be wanting to come over here and like teach me, make sure you know your shit. Right? And if Jesus was black, which his name was Joshua, Jesus was black, and if you've seen his son, then you've seen the father, that means God is black. And then they talk about a certain group of people in the Bible, for all you motherfuckers that want to preach. Right? They talk about Jews in the Bible. God, the children of Israel. Who are the children of Israel? It's 12 tribes of black people. Right? So, for you motherfuckers that be wanting to preach and teach, make sure you know what the fuck you talking about. Because that's the first thing I ask anybody that come trying to hand me a pamphlet or anything. What color was Jesus? Because that tell me what mind state you in. Y'all probably feel like Christopher Columbus discovered America, even though it was black Native Americans already here. Right? So make sure y'all know y'all shit. All right? That's all I'm saying. You know? The one thing I hate, why I want to say hate, is that I despise these fake ass Christians that think they know shit and they really don't know shit. They talk about the Bible, but they can't even comprehend the Bible. Niggas be reading the Bible and God ain't even give you the spirit to comprehend what you're really reading. Because if you really read the Bible, right, you'll understand that the Bible is kind of real direct with it. The Bible talk about you having enemies. The Bible talk about the children of Israel having enemies. And then they name enemies of the children of Israel in the Bible. It also talk about the children of Israel going into bondage for 400 years, being sold on auction blocks to their enemies. The first ship that arrived on the shores was in 1619. Do y'all know, is it in Mississippi? I'm not sure if it's Mississippi. Y'all know slavery didn't end? I think it's Mississippi. You know slavery didn't end until 2013 in Mississippi? Slavery wasn't outlawed. Go look it up. It wasn't outlawed until 2013. My son was born in 2013. So, when people ask me, do it matter what color Jesus is, it definitely does. Because if you really research who that white man hanging on the cross, who y'all call Jesus, you're actually disrespecting Jesus by serving and praying to that motherfucker. Because that ain't Jesus. And I already did a reading a couple days ago, right? Where the spirit world pretty much was saying, I told you what I look like. I told you what I look like. So you shouldn't have to wonder what I look like if you read your Bible, because the Bible shows a different image than what the image that they show the world. So if you really want to look at the real image of Christ, you need to look in the Ethiopian Bible. The Ethiopian Bible is probably the realest, the truest form of the Bible that we could get. The King James Version been tampered with. So if you really want to get to the root of the Bible, you need to get the Ethiopian Bible, because they got books in there that wasn't taken out. But that's a little spiritual lesson, right? I'm not fucking with King James Bible at all. At all. At all. Can you trust the Bible that your slave masters gave you? You need to look into the Ethiopian Bible. And that's where you get the real color of Jesus. Anytime you got to take books out of a Bible, how can I trust any? You gonna trust the same motherfuckers that changed the history books, that told you Christopher Columbus discovered America, right? The same white man that told you that you come from apes and monkeys when they come from apes and monkeys. When they was cavemen, when they was beasts, used to walk around on all fours, had a hairy body, and used to eat each other. Did you know they ate Nat Turner? Did you know that? So, you really need to know your history, and the real history, the brutal history. See, I'm a Capricorn. You know, I even got Capricorn in my 3rd house. So, like, I'm a real motherfucker. You can't hit me with no lies. If you can't take the truth, then keep living a lie. You know? You know? So, shout out to everybody that's woke. And shout out to everybody, white man this, white man that, you're angry. I'm not angry. Why, see, that's another thing. So why when a black man or a black woman start talking about true facts, see, y'all love black people that's like watered down. Y'all love black people that make, you gotta be white, right? Y'all love black people that make y'all feel good about yourself. Right? Y'all love black people that, you know, that don't talk about slavery, or they acting like, you know, it's okay, you wasn't born then, we forgot. I ain't forget about shit. I ain't forget. Y'all love black people that make y'all feel comfortable. Well, guess what? I ain't here to make a motherfucker feel comfortable. I ain't here to make black people feel comfortable. I ain't here to make white people feel comfortable. I'm here to speak the motherfucking truth. And if the truth make you feel uncomfortable, then so fucking be it. You talking about white man this, white man this. Yeah, white man this, white man. Look how much shit y'all done on this goddamn planet. Could you imagine the world without white people? Oh yeah, y'all know white people have no history. And I'm not racist, I'm just spitting fact. You know white people have no history. All y'all do is steal other people's shit throughout history. Y'all rape and murder other races of people and steal their shit. White people have no fucking history. Y'all even stole the shit that y'all try to act like y'all invented, y'all stole from slaves. The white man has no fucking history. Do I hate white people? No. Are y'all gonna get y'all karma? Yes. Do I give a fuck? No. Why? Because y'all don't give a fuck. I'm not one of them black people that forgave slavery. It's crazy as hell. How could I forgive slavery and it's still going on? Half the black population of men in America is locked up in prison. You arrest motherfuckers for selling drugs, but then you send drugs in all our neighborhoods. Right? You broke up the black family. You gave black women welfare to get rid of the black man. See, I know all about the shit that y'all done. And I ain't angry. Because you know why I ain't angry? You know why I ain't angry? Because black people is the shit. Even the little hate motherfuckers that be on here. We the shit. We are the shit. That's anytime you got a system to keep another group of people down, you got to be scared of them. Anytime you got to make rules to block people out of being successful, and we still are successful. So a lot of y'all, you know, some of y'all black people are ashamed of being black, right? When you should be proud of being black. And some of you white people wish you was fucking black. Because all I see is all the shit y'all did over history, you know, like redlining and Jim Crow and slavery. That's some jealous ass shit. That's some racism is a jealous act. You know? So, like I said, am I racist? No. It's like workers in every race of people. It's divine beings in every race of people. But as I'm a black man on this planet that we living in, you know, it's karma. White people are getting karma right now. America is falling. America is fucking falling. You know? And it's America's karma to fall. And we will run this shit again. Black people will run this shit again. So, and like I said, I always been proud to be black because we the dopest motherfuckers on the planet. And they know that. They know that. They know that. We the dopest motherfucker. Ain't nothing like a black motherfucker. You know? So I had to share that though. And shout out to everybody that's Latino. Whatever you are. I got love for everybody, but ain't nothing like being black. You know? And we've been held down so long and try to make us think bad about ourselves. I'm the one to push us to fucking up. Sister, you rock. Brother, you rock. Sisters, I wish I'd stop putting fucking weave in your head, though. I wish I'm just being honest. I wish I'd stop wearing your enemy's hair on your head and wear your own fucking hair. Because we the only people that got hair that look like Jesus hair. Non-ether. I wish I'd start wearing your hair. You know, I wish I'd stop, you know, I wish I'd start loving y'all so. I wish I'd stop bleaching y'all skin. I wish I'd stop putting blue contacts in your eye. Trying to look like a fucking devil. Because you know that is a recessive gene that have blue eyes, if you didn't know. And no disrespect, because they make all this shit about black people, how we inferior, but the truth is, if we so inferior, why y'all made all these rules and did all this shit to keep us from growing? You know? So, hopefully I ain't offend nobody, but truthfully, I don't give a fuck if I did offend somebody, because you could go type all my words in and go show me where the fuck I lied at. Show me where the fuck I lied at. So if you hate the truth, that's on you. You know what I mean? So, peace and love. Hey, but somebody said calm down. I don't gotta calm down because I'm not fucking mad. See, niggas don't even know how a black man talk. They tell a black man to calm down. Why the fuck? This is how a man's voice sound. How the fuck? This is how our voice sound. We not upset. We just speak with authority. That's the God in my goddamn voice. I'm a Capricorn in my third house too. So I speak the truth. You know? MultiMahdi the boss, peace and love. For the people that I said got free readers, don't think I forgot about y'all. I will send them out sporadically. I will send the music out sporadically. So don't think I forgot about y'all. But yeah. So first of all, before I get into this reading, let me check my energy, because I could be like a false prophet. You know, I could be a false prophet. I could be a devil worshiper. I could be a Mason. I could be an Eastern Star. You know, I could be all of that. All praise to the Most High God, Spirit God. Shout out to Black Jesus. All praise to the Most High God for Black Jesus. Why do you keep saying Black Jesus? Because It's time for the world to wake the fuck up. Take that white man, take that white devil off the fucking wall. It's disrespectful to Christ for you to be serving some white, to praying to some white Jesus. And let's not talk about the effects on black people that's praying to a white Jesus. You praying to a God or a Messiah that don't look like you. Maybe that's why it's a lot of black women that be loving white men. There's a lot about, he's Arabic. Get the fuck out of here. Where's Jerusalem at? It's all in fucking Africa. Y'all love to put Arabic on some shit. That shit is called Africa. You said, I never owned a slave, but if you were my slave, I would let you go. You never owned a slave, but your ancestors did. And you the children of your ancestors. And you benefit, if you white, you benefit off of slavery. You benefit off of white supremacy. You benefit off being white. Yeah. So yeah, you're the seeds of the people that murdered and enslaved my ancestors. So even though you said that you didn't play a part in slavery, but your ancestors did. So you're gonna have to pay for it. You're gonna have to pay for it. You know? That's all I'm saying. You're gonna have to pay for it. I hate to hurt your feelings, but you're gonna have to pay for it. A lot of people talk about, I forgive slavery. I don't forgive shit. I'm not in forgiveness of shit. I ain't worried about it because God gonna handle it. But all that forgiveness and kumbaya holding hands, I ain't with none of that shit. Now when half the black population of men is in prison, now when the black woman and the black man is separated from each other, right now I could go on Instagram and I could go watch black women talk about black men ain't shit. I could go on Instagram and watch black men talk about black women ain't shit. I could go on Instagram right now and watch black men make jokes about black women suffering because they on food stamps and they ain't getting no food stamps when fucking welfare was made for poor white people. It's more white people on welfare than black people. So show me where you go see some Japanese men degrade their women. Show me where you go see some Japanese women degrade their men and talk about their men that they ain't shit. Go show me any race of people that degrade their own self. But then when you go to black people, we degrade the shit out of each other in front of the world. Some of these niggas, some of these black dudes that got channels, y'all niggas are the KKK. Some of y'all niggas are the KKK. Because y'all consistently make videos that degrade black people. You already got a system called white supremacy that do that for us. And then you got black people that degrade other black people. If I'm lying, then say I'm lying. If I'm lying, then go say I'm lying. Black women like, I don't need no black man. Because they introduce you to the feminist movement. Because you ain't want no man to tell you what to do. But you ain't had no man to tell you what to do. Because both of you motherfuckers was enslaved. Both of y'all motherfuckers was fighting Jim Crow and racism and being hung. But then they sold you a story that you need to separate from this black man because he's trying to control you. We used to fight together. Now they got us fighting each other. If I'm lying, I'm flying. By the way, this sandwich is delicious. It's a black-owned store that I went to, by the way. I bought my food from a black-owned store. Because, you know, I've been talking about us boycotting the system and not spending our money at Walmart, Target, and all that type of shit. So other people might be mad, you know, but for the real black people, y'all know I'm telling the truth. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. But let me take my energy for the day, y'all. And like I said, all praise to the Most High God for the Holy Yahshua, the Black Jesus. Thank you for the Black Jesus. All right. Why do you keep talking about black Jesus? Because y'all need to know that shit. Black people need to know that shit. Maybe your prayers will get answered a little faster if you start praying to the black Jesus. You know? Maybe if you start praying to the black Jesus, maybe your prayers will get answered a little faster. Yeah. Because I know, if I died for you and you praising some other white motherfucker, I probably would ignore your dumb ass. Especially when I left a book telling you what I look like. Okay. All right, what's my energy? All praise to the Most High God. What's my energy? Somebody, it's a white guy who said, only when I smell that fried chicken. You just mad because you ain't black. And you probably love fried chicken. That's just jealousy. That fried chicken comment don't fucking affect me, nigga. I'm vegan. You just mad because you ain't black. You wish you was black. You would give every hair on your head to be black. And you know you would. What's cooler than being black, motherfucker? Shout out to all the white people, Spanish people, Asian people. I got love for everybody. But them little racist comments don't do shit to me. You talking about fried chicken, nigga, I'm vegan. I don't even eat fried chicken. You do though, nigga. What's my energy, Lord? Because all I really give a fuck about is what God think about me. I really don't give a fuck about what man think about me. You know what I mean? So, what's my energy, Lord? What's my energy, Lord? What's in my energy, Lord? I can feel the power. What's in my energy, Lord? 3 of Swords. Somebody heartbroken. Somebody heartbroken. 3 of Swords. Heartbroken. Sorrow, loss, betrayal. Why is somebody heartbroken? Why is somebody heartbroken? Tower moment. Somebody heartbroken. Somebody could be born March 16th. Something about March 16th, 3:16. Look up that Bible verse. Somebody heartbroken going through a tower moment. Somebody heartbroken going through a tower moment. Why is somebody heartbroken going through a tower moment? Why is somebody heartbroken going through a tower moment? Somebody is heartbroken, 3 of Swords, right? Sorrow, loss, arguments with a lover, separation, right? Going through somebody heartbroken over a breakup. Somebody broke up with somebody, right? Heartbroken over a breakup. 3 of 6, 16, 19. Somebody could be born on the 19th. Somebody could be a Leo. So somebody heartbroken going through a tower moment. Gemini energy, Scorpio energy. All right? Heartbroken going through a tower moment. Why is somebody heartbroken going through a tower moment? The Wheel of Fortune, okay. Sagittarius, so we got Gemini, Scorpio, Sagittarius energy. What about the Wheel of Fortune? The High Priestess, oh. Somebody heartbroken because they're getting exposed, and the ancestors walk with this High Priestess. 12, Pisces energy. I'm a Pisces moon, by the way. So somebody heartbroken because they're getting exposed. And somebody real intuitive and connected to the ancestors. Sagittarius, Pisces, Scorpio, Gemini energy. So somebody heartbroken because they're getting exposed. And the ancestors is walking with a high priest out here. Right? So for the people that say tarot cards are sorcery, why the fuck are you watching me? Please explain why the fuck are you watching me? If this is sorcery, why are you watching me? If I'm not connected to God, if I'm not a prophet, why the fuck are you watching me? Why are you watching me? Please explain why you watching me. Watch this. I could block you and you're going to come back. I'm going to block you. Right? I'm going to block. Who else can I block? Let me block you. Okay. Okay. And I'm going to block you. Yeah, I'm trying to help people out. Because if I'm doing something wrong, or if I'm evil, or I'm telling lies to the people, why the fuck are you watching me? Somebody said, why are all you white folks in this chat? Is that what it is? Because you know it's black people in there too. Uh, uh, but if it's a lie, if white people mad at me, good. if white people mad at me, good, thanks, motherfucker. Good luck, thank you. What you mad about? What the fuck you mad at me for? Because I said Jesus is black. And they don't think it's just white people, it's black people in here. I'm here to piss off a lot of people. Latino, you said Latinos are here standing with you, brother, definitely. Because we brothers. Of course we are. They pull y'all over like they pull us over. Yeah, only thing I don't like about like the Latino thing is that Latinos call themselves white. You know? Latinos on their census and shit like that, they don't never say that they Latino. They say that they white. Because that's how the government trick like the numbers, because they say Latinos are white people. Somebody said no more food stamps, get a job. There you go. There you go with your racism. You know it's more white people on food stamps than black people. Did you know that? Go look it up. Did you know that? Yeah. So somebody heartbroken because they're getting exposed by a high priest. They got the whole so the ancestors is walking with this high priest, and people heartbroken because they're getting exposed. It's people heartbroken because their ass is getting exposed. Yeah, it's people heartbroken because they're getting exposed. And then you got a high priest that the angels walk with. Pisces energy. Yeah. So for the people that's mad at me, I got the Most High God, Yahshua, Jesus. The ancestors walk with me. They rock with me. They like what I'm doing. Where you think I get the downloads from? What you think, I talk to the devil? The devil got no wins over here. The devil know he can't even come close to me or even talk to me or play with me because we that protected over here. The devil know he can't even come close to me or say anything to me because he get fucked up. We that protected over here. I'm a high-ranking high priest. You know? MultiMahdiTV said, understand the definition of a job and application in the Black's Law Dictionary. Because you do know if you got a job, you are a slave, right? We're just going to put that out there. Since motherfuckers want to go get a job, which I got multiple jobs, you know? I'm not against not working, but if it was my choice, I wouldn't fucking be working. When you working, you a slave. Yeah, that's what the Anunnaki did to the human beings on the planet. They enslaved us to this planet. And then you got people like doing their whole Anunnaki shit like the government. They want us to work for the rest of our life and die before we get Social Security. You know? So to have a job is actually to be a fucking slave, if you didn't know that. So the minute you think you disrespecting or degrading somebody, you actually showing how ignorant you fucking are. Because I got a job, I got 2 jobs. Actually, I got 5 different incomes. That makes me the biggest fucking slave there is. But sometimes you got to work extra hard so you can free yourself. I'm trying to buy my freedom. Yeah, that's why. So I got 5 different incomes, but I only live off 1. The rest of my shit gets saved. Because I know that I'm a fucking slave. Today my day off. The fact that I got a day off means that I'm a fucking slave. You know? MultiMahdiTV said, you put your social on that application, which means you gave them a blank endorsement, aka a blank check. There you go. So even when people think they degrading other people, you actually like showing like how much you don't know. Oh, I got a better job than you. Oh, you're a better slave than me. Good. You still got somebody telling you what to do. Once you tell your job that you're gonna take off for a month, see if you still got a job. And then you know, most people, you say you got a good job, so you go get yourself a nice car. You go get yourself a big ass house. Now you just a bigger fucking slave. Actually, the motherfucker that don't got a car, that got a job, is freer than the person that do got a car. Especially with gas being high like that, and maintenance on a car being high like that. And especially if you're driving a car that you don't fucking own, you a big ass slave. You really can't miss work. See, motherfuckers be bragging about how much shit they got. How much I got this, I got this, I got that position. Give a fuck about none of that shit. I'm a nigga, I don't got a car. And I probably won't have a car for the next couple of years. Why? Because I'm saving all my fucking money. Exactly. I live in New York. It's cheaper for me to catch the train than drive a car. And you probably gonna get all type of hella tickets living in New York, driving a car. Because where the fuck you gonna park at? Side note, though. So it's people heartbroken because they get exposed by a high priestess. It's people heartbroken, somebody heartbroken because they feel like they got exposed by people with spiritual gifts. Yeah. Let's see. Lord. Maserati the boss said to register something means to abandon it. You hear that? To register something means to abandon it. So when you register your car or your house with the state, you abandon it. Learn something, Chicken Boy George. See, I got some starseeds, some light workers in the audience. You know what I mean? Somebody said, this man's on that, you got my sub. I appreciate you subscribing. I ain't here to act like I'm better than anybody. I ain't here. Y'all just, people like haters just bought that shit out of me. You know what I mean? Bought that shit out of me. I got racist people on my channel. I already told you, for you to be racist means that you fucking jealous. You know how many white men is jealous of this black skin I got? You know how many white men wish that they could put a wave cap on and look cool like this? I want y'all to understand this shit. You know how many white men go in the house and try, you know, it's a dude at my job, right? I'm not racist, right? But I don't like certain motherfuckers. It's a personality thing. So it's a white man on my job, right? He go out of his best to try to talk black. And really you just look like an uneducated white man to me. Whenever I see like a white man that be talking in slangs and can't like complete his sentence, right, because we black people, for the ones that's educated, we talk slang, but when we're at work, we use proper English. Like, we're really intelligent. Like, I'm not gonna go to work talking like, nah, I mean, y'all mean, son. I work in a school where I teach people. So I'm not gonna talk like that. So when I meet white men that work in a school, especially when they teaching black kids, and they talking like, nah, I mean, or y'all, and what the fuck, what do you think you're impressing me? I really feel like you're insulting me. So a lot of white people are jealous because they're not black. Why you think white people did, for the racist white people, why you think they went out of their way to make Jim Crow and all these laws to block? If a motherfucker wasn't a threat, you wouldn't make all these laws to block somebody from being successful. You wouldn't block a motherfucker from getting a loan. So a lot of people mad, you know? You said Malibu most wanted. Then, you know, and a lot of these white men that want to be black, they love like fucking black women. So when I see that, and when I see like black women that be liking these imitation black men, they look like white dudes, I'm like, a lot of these black women is fucking sellouts to me. One dude, he said this on Friday, he said, oh, he asked her to do something. He said, I got you serving me, and I'm quiet at work, I don't even talk. But he know I don't like him because I don't talk back to him. Right? You just said that a black woman is serving you. And I hope she caught on to that. You know? You look like a piece of shit. I can't tell you you're a piece of shit because we work together. You already trying to talk and slang and shit. He don't know what to say to me because I don't talk to the nigga. I just look at the nigga. He probably read my energy like, does he not like me? No, I don't fucking like you. No, I don't like you. Talk like a white man. Stop trying to talk like a black man. Because we don't even talk like that at work. You ain't here talking slang and lingo at work, and black men don't even talk like that at work. Because we too busy trying to keep our motherfucking job. Then you're going to talk about a black woman serving you. You see, if you when you quiet, a lot of Capricorns, we fucking quiet. And we let other people talk. So we listen when other people talk. People tell on themselves. If you just shut the fuck up when you're in the room, so you know I'm a Capricorn, 3rd house. So I don't really like, you know, if I don't know you like that, I don't talk like that. You know what I mean? So I'll sit back and listen. Even though I talk on my channel, that's because I got so many days that I don't talk where I really listen to other people. People tell on themselves. You know what I mean? So all them racist comments, you just mad because you ain't black. You mad because you ain't black. You know what I mean? South Valley said, sounds real gay. Y'all love to talk about a nigga being gay. What's gay about me? What's anything of my energy? What's gay about it? And more than likely, you're gay. Right? Because you talking, like I said, we are mirrors to people. So if you're talking about a nigga being gay, you gotta be gay. You must be gay. If we are mirrors to other people, what about me gives off gay? Anything about me give off gay? Do I hold my hand in a certain way? Do I look like a bitch ass nigga? Do I look like I like men? What about me screams gay? So it gotta be you. It gotta be you. I told you we are projections, people project their shit on us. So you got a problem with, and a lot of y'all got a problem with y'all sexuality. A lot of these white men on here is attracted to black men. Yeah, a lot of y'all, I be seeing motherfuckers on the train looking at me. I'm standing on the train and the nigga looking down at my dick. You don't think I don't see that shit? Cause y'all are the original, no disrespect, y'all are the originators of gay people. And y'all brought that shit on to black people and told black people that shit was okay. But y'all know y'all used to sleep with the slaves? Y'all used to make you know that, so you gotta understand, you know they used to make slaves fuck each other as entertainment? You know they used to make slaves fuck each other as entertainment? So that's where buck break, you know they used to sleep with, fuck the slave in front of everybody to embarrass the slave? So you gotta really know like where this shit come from. You gotta know where this shit really come from. Side note. So, get back to this reading. It's people heartbroken because they getting exposed because we got intuitive gifts and the ancestors walking with us, Pisces energy. So we're exposing people. We got the number 12 and number 19. 12 is Pisces energy. 19 is Leo energy. 12 is a spiritual number. 19 is the sun. It's people mad because they're getting exposed. Tell me more. Why are people mad? Because they're getting exposed. And I love the time that we're living in, because the devil can't lie no more. Why? Because the kids got TikTok. You can't go hide. You could go try to take slavery and all of that shit out of the history books and the museums and the school system. But you know what's fucking kids watch more than anything? It's fucking TikTok and Instagram. And TikTok and Instagram be telling on niggas. They be telling the brutal truth on TikTok and Instagram about history. So white people waking up, black people waking up. Right? Yeah, they getting exposed. People getting exposed. Don't get mad at me, it's just the God in me. Don't get mad at me. Amen. So people getting exposed. Tell me more, Lord. People heartbroken because they're getting exposed. Tell me more, Lord. Somebody could be a Gemini. Somebody could be a Scorpio. Somebody could be born on the 3rd, the 16th, the 7th, the 19th. Somebody could be a Pisces or a Sagittarius. Yeah. People getting exposed. Yeah. Tell me more. Yeah. Tell me more. Tell me more. Tell me more. Tell me more, Lord. Oh, they popping out on niggas. Yeah, 7 of Swords. See people getting exposed? Go look up the 7 of Swords. This is deception. This people trying to deceive people. 7 of Swords, see somebody trying to get away with something? See? Stealing. This is like a thief. Somebody trying to get away with something. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, heavy Libra energy. Yeah. Somebody trying to steal something, get away with something. Yeah. 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 Look at this. Taurus energy, Libra energy, 5 and 7 equal 12. They trying to get away with shit. They trying to get away with shit. Yeah. But we too good for that shit. Because we straight kings and queens out here. Yeah. The Taurus represent organizations, right? Groups of people, conformity, lying. 5 and 7, 12, and they definitely lying about Christ. So these is organizations that are lying, stealing, lying. 5 and 7 equal 12. That's Pisces energy, right? Lying and stealing, you know? Yeah. So this is schools, this is churches, this is the government, lying and stealing, trying to get away with shit. Tell me more. See, they heartbroken because they're getting exposed for lying and stealing. Remember, I told you it's a group of people that's heartbroken because they're getting exposed. What they getting exposed for? For lying and stealing. This could be churches, this could be preachers, this could be organizations, this could represent the government. 5 and 7 equal 12. Enemies. They getting exposed for being fucking enemies. Yeah. Why they getting exposed for being enemies? King of Cups, and look who exposing them. The King of Cups. Cancer by Scorpio energy. That's somebody that's like 40 years old or over. I'm 41. That's somebody that's emotionally balanced. That's somebody that give wise advice. That's somebody that's on the platform. I'm a Cancer rising. I'm a Pisces moon. Some of y'all got water in y'all chart. What about the King of Cups? What about, see, they heartbroken because they getting exposed for being liars, cheaters, and deceivers. Right? And there go us. We could be on platforms. What about us? What about the King of Cups? Can't make this shit up. Yeah, regret. The King of Cups, regret. 4 and 5, 9, something ended, what's ended? Oh, success. Yo, how many times I gotta block this nigga for them to keep coming back? How many times I gotta block niggas and they keep coming back like roaches? If I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, why you watching? And let's end this off. By the way, America is under judgment right now. Black people, we good though, the righteous ones. But America, I hate to tell y'all, you know, y'all on a downward spiral. Y'all under judgment for what y'all did to my ancestors. Y'all under judgment for slavery. A lot of you white people, you're under judgment. That's why y'all broke. That's why y'all going into poverty. Yeah, you're under judgment. The ancestors is on the planet. We ain't forget what the fuck you did to us. We just been patiently waiting. And a lot of black people been patiently waiting for y'all to get what y'all deserve. Because y'all never gave reparations. So I don't want to hear no fucking apologies. Not when the president, right, could send $20 to $40 billion to Argentina, while black people been asking for So he could find $20 billion to send to Argentina, but he can't find no money for reparations. He could find millions of dollars to decorate the White House, but he can't find no money for reparations for black people. So that's why white people suffering in this damn economy, because y'all cursed. I'm just being honest, y'all cursed. Ancestors, show me white people's fate. Please don't say that I'm racist. I'm just telling y'all what's going on. White people, for y'all got that feeling inside like shit ain't gonna get no better for you, because it ain't. Because it ain't. The ancestors crying from the grave. It ain't. The ancestors on this planet. I ain't forget. I'ma just let you know. I work with white people every day. But the minute y'all start getting y'all karma, I'm cheering that shit on. And I ain't racist at all. You know? But I don't forget shit. I don't forget shit. Babies being fed to alligators. I don't forget shit. I don't forget Malcolm X dead and gone. Martin Luther King dead and gone. Y'all fucking run the music business. I'm a recording artist. We can't even be artists like how we want to be, because y'all motherfuckers. Yeah. You know? So I'm not as forgiving. I'm a Capricorn. I don't forgive like that. How I'ma forgive some shit and half of the black population in minutes in prison? How I'ma forgive? You lock us up for selling drugs, but then you put the drugs in our community. How I'ma forgive and forget? How I'ma forgive and forget? You put these fucking Planned Parenthoods in our neighborhoods so the black women could abort their children. So you already killing us in the street. You killing us through the medicine. You killing us through the food. You locking us up, and then you got us aborting our motherfucking babies. And then, let alone, we dying in the streets. Where the guns come from? How the guns get in the neighborhood? So y'all put the drugs and the guns in the neighborhood. You know, I think Big U's son just got murdered last night. So I'm not forgiving shit. So when you see this black man, know that when you look me in my eyes, I know everything you fucking did. Even that, I don't like the fact that y'all lied on Jesus. Who told y'all to turn Jesus white? You know how many black people you got fucked up in the world because you turned Jesus white? You know how many white people you got fucked up in the world when they go online and find out Jesus is black? You know the shit that they go through in their heart? Yeah, y'all under judgment. Y'all whole race is under judgment. And I'm not being racist, I'm just a prophet. Y'all are under judgment. And for you black sellout people, you black sellouts, yeah, that you love shit being how it is, right? You sellouts, you under judgment too. You fake ass churches that be preaching bullshit, you under judgment too. The government, you under judgment too. Donald Trump, your ass is under judgment too. Donald Trump gonna die a horrible death. And he might die in front of everybody from like a heart attack or some shit. He's gonna die a horrible fucking death. And I'm gonna be clapping my ass off. Am I evil? No. I just remember what was done. How I'm gonna forgive you and you keep doing the same shit? And for the ones that, for the white people that feel bad about slavery and the shit that's going on, right? We need to start protesting it. It's going to take a bunch of white people to get together for black people to get reparations. Did y'all know that? Because it's called white supremacy. So it's going to take all the college kids, all the high school kids, all the white people that's against white supremacy. Y'all going to have to march against the government and start saying that black people need reparations for slavery. So we can be free. We could be free from the debt that's owed to black people. It's going to take white people to change this shit. Black people have been saying it for years, but it's going to take white people to give up their privilege. So if you ain't ready to give up your privilege, you just fucking talking. So the curses fall upon you too, from your ancestors. Because your ancestors took out my ancestors. Thomas said, we don't owe you shit. That's why America is falling. Because you don't owe us shit. And you're a coward, because you don't even got a face. I respect the white people that's racist that show their face. I don't respect the white people that act all good because you know black people will whoop your ass. You scared to say that shit in front of real black men because you know we'll beat your ass. So you say it on a fake ass channel where you don't show your face because you're a fucking coward. And you know you wouldn't say that shit to a black man's face because you'll get your ass whooped. Yeah. Am I promoting violence? No. Because we don't got to be violent. Black people, we don't never got to be violent. If you really want to get back at the government and society for doing what they did to us, hold on to your fucking money. Stop shopping at Target and Walmart. Stop spending your money with people that don't respect you. And watch they start respecting you. They don't respect us now because they say a whole bunch of shit about black people and then we go make them rich. Stop buying their cars. Stop buying their clothes. Stop buying their merchandise. Stop supporting their businesses. I bet you they respect your ass. Because black people is a rich ass nation. We rich. If we stop spending our money with people and only spend money with each other, we some rich motherfuckers. Imagine if all the black people refused to be on record labels owned by white people. Then they wouldn't be able to use us. But niggas so quick to sell their soul to go sign some record deal to some white record label that's gonna give you a Cadillac while they make all the money off you. How about you own your own shit? How about black people start standing up and rebel against the system? If it ain't black owned, we don't want it. How about that? I bet you they start respecting us. I bet you the music will change. I bet you the music won't talk about shooting a nigga and a killing a nigga because you know, we the black KKK dressed up in blackface. That's why the music sound like that. Well, go look out who putting out the music. Who's signing the artist that's talking about killing other black people? You don't see white people making music about killing white people. But they sure can sell black people shit talking about killing women as bitches and hoes and niggas gonna shoot each other up. We sure can sell music to each other like that. But white people can make music about love and all of that shit and win awards and all type of shit. So like I said, you sellout ass niggas, you under judgment too. America is watching its demise. And I'm sitting back eating popcorn. I'm supposed to be crying? Oh no. Oh no. They getting rid of EBT. It's more white people on EBT than black people. Well, a lot of us do use EBT, but if we ain't had EBT, we gonna survive. We've been surviving on this planet for years. We ain't been through slavery, we ain't been through Jim Crow, we ain't been through all type of shit. You think EBT gonna kill us? All we do is turn lemons into lemonade out this bitch. We've been doing that since we've been on this fucking planet. That's why they jealous. Name a group of people that had all these other races of people going out of their way to see them destroyed, and they still survive. You know, it's a video. You know, it's a video on Instagram where this woman was talking about. I guess she was talking about a murder or something happened. And she was talking about, I got it on my shorts. And she was talking about how she was ducking and diving, doing a little count. And the dude sat back and made a song off of her clip. That's black people for you. We turn lemons into lemonade. That's why they fucking hate us. All right? So that's my time, y'all. I didn't mean for this to turn into some race shit, but there was a lot of racism in the audience, so I had to tell people that. But I love everybody. I love all races of people because I look through the world through the eyes of God, you know? But, you know, you do reap what you sow, though. And did y'all enslave a group of people? Y'all did enslave a group of people, right? Y'all did murder people. You did rape. You did steal people's land. So when it come back around, you can't complain, right? That's all I'm saying. Peace and love. Black power. But shout out to everybody else too, though.